And now, your defending Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles.
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
On the Cowboys sideline, head coach Brian Schottenheimer. A moment he will remember forever. His first game as a head coach in the National Football League. His counterpart on the Eagles sideline, Nick Sirianni. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. The first of 272 games in the regular season. Buckle up. The Cowboys, the Eagles, underway to begin 2025. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
And he's coming off of an injury-shortened season where he only played in 8 games, but he's hoping to get back to an all-pro level that he played at a year before. Now, with new weapons in town, he and his team believe they can go deep in the playoffs and have a major impact.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Prescott completes this one to Pickens. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd.
Prescott from the gun. And he will find his man on the outside. And he will have a Cowboys first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. They find some open field here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. They'll throw again. Prescott. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
Here's Prescott. He finds Pickens over the middle. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
It's a keeper with Prescott. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down. They run. It's Williams. Gets past him at the 10. All the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message, hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
It's 2nd down and goal.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Cowboys are on the board here first in the season opener.
What a call there on the quarterback draw. You want to spread the field and just tell your QB, hey, find a lane and go. And he's able to get the defense in a vulnerable spot and then take it into the end zone.
His kick is good.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Philly's offense offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Led his team to one of the best regular seasons in the NFL last season, but really elevated his play during the postseason, and once again was a monster in the Super Bowl. He's led his team to at least 11 wins in each of the last 3 seasons. He doesn't expect this year to be any different.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
It's a gain of 20. And an Eagles first down.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield in the Cowboy territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Again, it's Barkley. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go and use it for a shot. Stay up with the chance.
He's going to go down here, a safe. They push him back to the 34. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Hurts to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And they'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes him manageable now.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. This will be caught once again by Brown. And the Eagles are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards.
Barkley is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Another try for Barkley. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the line as they stop it right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On a sneak, it's Hurts. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. Throwing is Hurts. He'll try to do it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner. And he was able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
Elliott good on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. inside the 30 at the 27. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
These two teams all tied after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
Another Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players who somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Now Prescott. Incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
And an Eagles 1st down.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Tackle made at the 38.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Hurts. And he will go down. The Cowboys sack. Kenny Clark busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the 1st half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
It's caught, Smith. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st.
A gain of 7.
That's good, the completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will knot us up at 10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw is Prescott. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And just 3 yards tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Cowboys' 4-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Under pressure now, he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the fumble recovery hadn't set up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Prescott. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though? When they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
Coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now taking downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Going to gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Now he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Play action. Here's Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It's a gain of 34. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Barkley inside handoff. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 50 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know the guy's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
Elliott good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on one to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
A gain of 19 yards. That's good for the Cowboys.
Now Prescott. Got an open man. It's Pickens. Second down in the yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
And again, it's Prescott.
At Eagles' 48-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Javonte Williams, 47 yards. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score.
We see this a lot on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Aubrey good with the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A gain of 9 brings up third and
throwing from the gun. It's Hurts. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
43-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. This short throw caught by Goddard. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And incomplete. Brings up third down and 1.
Out of the gun now on third down. And it's taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line. Hurts completing this one quickly. 2nd and 9.
Complete to number 6, Devontae Smith.
Now back to throw. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 3rd down and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. 94 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
First down.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep as they go instead with Barkley. And the ball is knocked out, and the Cowboys have recovered. So that is not the way you want to begin the half when you're only up by 1 score. A turnover right away.
And my guess that in the locker room, that's what the defensive coordinator on the other side was saying. We've got to find a way to get the football back for our offense, and they were able to do it.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. To throw on 2nd and 6. Hurts to Barkley on the check down. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It was Jadeveon Clowney who got upfield for the stop.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and
back to throw. He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. All things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. Happy and full of takeaways. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll hand this to Williams to start things out. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Looking to throw, Prescott, and his throw is going to be incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Prescott to throw it. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's Brian Anger now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. Now the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8. Hurts sets up to throw it. This short throw caught by Goddard. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Hurts to throw. He's going to look downfield for Barkley. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes us down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jahan Dotson from 8 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like the memory was a little too long there.
He is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in their territory, the goal is a minimum of at these 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt again, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And now a full incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Sets up a third down and 18.
Now Prescott. Able to hit his target Lamb. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. Here's Jackson. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hurts. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself. Trying! And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 10-yard line.
On the option left, it's Hurts. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. The offense on 3rd down tonight, well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. And they'll begin by running the option. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
That's going to be caught by Pickens. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here we go with Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 120 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 17.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Prescott now. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing. Prescott. Another one is CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
17 more yards. That's another Cowboys.
Here's Prescott. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Brings up 2nd and
They'll run out of the gun here. Only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Put down at the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 1.
3rd down. Here's Williams. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
A gain of 2.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start by running the option to the right. and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. DeMarvion Overshown, the one to bring him down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get it behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
On 3rd down, he'll drop the throw. Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The Eagles send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now Prescott. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
On the pickup.
Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after the ice is down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now Prescott on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Going right back to Ferguson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
At the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
One last shot now for Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Philadelphia, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching